Hello and welcome back to another episode of Keeping Up Appearances podcast. You are joined this week by me, Sean, Max, Tosh and Callum. Right. We made a change last week and we're not going to do any awkward how are we all, because I made a point that all of our group of mates are all the most boring people on earth. However, this week we have actually done something. Someone's done something at the weekend, which is great. So we'll start off with you, Callum. I'm going to ask you a direct question. What did you get up to yesterday?
I did the Liverpool half marathon yesterday. What did you get up to yesterday, Sean?
I watched the Liverpool half marathon yesterday.
You did.
So I think equally, and Tosh, you were there as well, weren't you? So
Tosh.
As much effort from all of us, I'd say.
Yeah, I actually missed Callum though. He was obviously going that fast. So
Did you?
Just a blur.
I got too invested in this app, so I was watching the app. It's like, you've got the footy in front of you, and you watch it on your phone or something. Yeah, it was a scintillating battle between Callum and Bob. And then I seen Bob. I don't know if Callum was just before or just after, because I was looking at my phone, but they both ran very good times.
Yeah, from what I could tell, obviously Callum, you were there, so you can back me up. From what I could tell, Callum finished first, but I think Bob's time was slightly faster.
Correct.
From the app, yeah.
Yeah.
How's that work?
He will have just started behind me in the line.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He'll keep finish first, but be slower.
We'll start in a straight line, Max.
13,000 people just like across.
I thought you two would have started by each other, but whatever.
They hate each other, Max. They actually hate each other.
That's not true. Not true at all. It was, to be honest, at the start it wasn't very well organised. And the start it was very chaotic. Like, I don't know what your Dom has told you, Tosh, but it was so obviously the old route has always been from the Liver buildings. So it was always started and ended at the same place. But this year, because it sold out dead quick, BTR, who's the company who run it, decided to sell a few more thousand tickets. But in doing so, they had to change the start points because it would have been too many people to start there. So they started at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. But when that was announced, I thought, all right, they're just going to use the big, massive, long, straight road that Hill Dickinson's on to fit everyone in. But they actually used inside of the stadium. So, it was just a case of, what it's like after the match? It was a case of trying to get 13,000 people out of one of those small gaps in the dock wall. And the start was on that bend. So it was just there was people waiting for 30 minutes from the gun going off to actually crossing the start line. Wow. So in some people, there's a 30-minute difference between a gun time and chip time because of how hard it was to get out. Which is people will have been warming up and being ready to start at 9:30, but then actually start till 10 o'clock just because they were stood in a queue to get out.
Dominic, I was driving in and Dominic didn't start till just after 10 to. I kept getting notification on my phone. It was Callum has started the half marathon, Bob started the half marathon. It was great. But yeah, I mean, that's just adds to the level of uselessness of that ground. I
was going to say, can you imagine how much you fume and Tosh? I mean, even anyway that you're doing a run, but also
how's this happened
up on the ground.
But the thing is, though, obviously for people who were going for a certain time, for fast time, you'd have to just kind of people obviously trying to get over the barrier to get as far into the pen as they could because they wanted to be kind of by paces and stuff. But yeah, I don't know why they just didn't use that big long road, straight road, I think it's called Regent Road. Where they could have easily just had everyone in a straight line and then just go.
Could they have not just had two different start points? Would that not?
No, well, to be fair, because obviously there was two races. There was a 10 miler and a half marathon in one. So they could have probably just took out I don't know how many people on the 10 miler, probably a couple of thousand, but they could have maybe started them earlier or later.
Yeah. And then, but to be fair, I know obviously the London Marathon is a lot more people, but they have 4 different starting points.
Yeah, it's in waves. Yeah, so
at 1 point.
Yeah, so Manchester half marathon's in waves, so you get a wave time based on what time you predict that you're going to get. Yeah. When Liverpool just everyone starts at 1. So that would work better if it would say anyone who's going for this time, you go off at 9:30, everyone else goes at 9, 9:45, 9:50, 54, whatever. and kind of do it in that way. But yeah, they didn't. But so obviously the rest of the race was fine, but just the start was just hard for people because it was just a lot of people to try and get out that small gap. But we know that every other week that how hard that is. But the actual the course itself was better in terms of vibes, possibly a bit harder in terms of elevation and stuff. But because there's much more city running this year, there's much more crowds. Like you were running with more crowds, which was fun. Because usually you're finishing kind of 8k down Otterspool Prom and nobody's there watching, and you're just like you're battling the wind on Otterspool, which isn't nice. But for this, there's a lot more city running, and obviously in Sefton Park where you were, Sean, there was obviously a lot of people watching around Sefton Park and stuff. I think Sean may have disappeared.
Yeah, he's not. Can you? On my screen, he's about to bite his hand and throws it.
Now he's eating his hand. Sean's had a meltdown, guys. I don't know what's going on.
Perfect timing. He needs to leave and come back.
Yeah, it's like recording.
That's just unfortunate freeze time that for him.
Yeah, just as you said to himself. I can't offer anything to the marathon chat. Only the having a go at the ground chat. I can get involved in that.
yeah, get involved in that.
No, it was good. But I tell you what, that weather just turned, didn't it, Cal? Like that. Oh my God! Like we were stood in the line. It just the rain was some of the coldest. It was unbelievable. Like, good job you finished really at that point. It wasn't too bad, just as you were finishing, was it?
I think I finished just before it started, but kind of as I was getting me medal and me jackets and that, and walking up to pole seats, it did last time. It was torrential rain, like. But no, it was good. It was obviously dead good, like really good vibes, and that I was just saying there as you went off, Sean, Sefton Park was great for the crowds and stuff. No, it was a nice. It'd be really nice to try and do one if Liverpool got like a sunny day one year. Because that would be really nice, but no, I was glad to be able to do it. It was fun. And shout out to Bob, by the way. I know you kind of said them before, but Bob done really well. He got a massive PB, so well done to him.
I'm looking forward to the start of like a proper running rivalry, like Sebastian Coe, Steve Avett. That's what I'm hoping for, like two good friends. So Bob's nicked
next year, Tosh, you'll have someone else to cheer on because I've signed up.
Oh, he's coming back. You've let all them back go, Sean. Now the OG's coming back to it.
Oh no, I signed up yesterday because I was honestly I remember last year we were in a very similar position last year, and like where we stood, it was like we randomly just bumped into Phil Evans, and then we bumped into Bob's girlfriend. It was like random people just popping up. It was lovely atmosphere, and then this year it was nice, but as you say, the weather was a bit grim.
Yeah,
it wasn't quite as like nice as a spectator sport. But again, I was just like watching it going, oh, it's just so nice. And I actually quite like running. I like running where I know. Because like the thought of like doing like a Manchester half or something where I haven't got any bearings, at least I know when I'm on like Princess Park. I know how far that is to town, it's easier. But I just like the day. It's just a nice day. I just thought, great, I'll give it a go. And I'm like I've genuinely never in my life have I timed a run. And I'm not going to either. Like, I'm not really that bothered about time. I just think I just want to do it. It'd be quite nice.
It is a great day. We'd boss if you could do it as well. Tosh, get yourself involved.
Honestly, that's what I said. I said yesterday we should all do it. It'd be boss.
Yeah, but do it, Tosh. Do it. Especially if your Dom's doing it as well. You could train with your Dom.
Me and you can run at the back.
I'm not going to that hill. If they're doing it, they'll do it. So I'm not spending any more time there than I need. After.
You can start at Goodison.
I don't need to sign up to a marathon. I'll just run it next to it.
But yeah, as you say, Nish, like I've got Berlin in 2 weeks, that'll be like a nice experience to see just a different city, and do it in a different way.
Is that quite a popular half, Carl? Because I was talking to someone today and they said they know loads of people doing it.
Yeah, it's a balloted one, so it's like obviously the Berlin major is like one of the majors in it, and that's like one of the fastest majors. That's a lot of like the records go at Berlin. Berlin halves obviously just to run on half on a major city. That's it. It's a popular one. It's completely balloted. Like.
The route was amazing. I went to Berlin for Oktoberfest in Munich, and I think when I was in Berlin, the full marathon was on, and it goes like round all the sites. Like, it's such a good track. It's really good. It looked great. Not that I'd ever run in anything ever. So
yeah, I'm the
Do
same.
you not fancy it, man?
I was on the sideline with a Stein and a Schnitzel.
Isn't Boston? That's like one of the majors, isn't it?
Boston's a big one. Yeah, I think it's in it. I think it's soon. Nah, I couldn't even run a mile, let alone 26 of them. I think it's soon. It's really soon. It's coming up in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah. But the only problem is, unfortunately, Callum, by being in Berlin and living out a dream of his, he's missing Southport.
I know, yeah, which I'm very gutted about.
Missing Southport on the way to Wembley. So when it comes to the final, I'm not sure you're going to be welcome. That's all I'm saying. I'll be making sure you're not allowed.
Yeah, you'll be with the ultras by then, won't you? But nah, yeah, I'm gutted about that, to be fair.
But yeah, no, honestly, well done, Cal. Obviously, unbelievable time.
Nice
and, it's just,
Thank you.
Just a nice day. So it's good to be a part of it, even just by watching.
Nice one for the support.
Let's move on then with some football. I'll warn everyone now, if you're listening, if Max disappears at one point, nothing's happened to him. He's fine. He just might have to shoot. I'm sure he'll say bye though before he goes.
I think. Sorry, Sean. I think we've got our first like troll/bot.
I know. What on earth was that in the chat?
I don't know. Do we believe him or what? It might be the making of us this.
Oh, is it gone? It's gone off the chat. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. Oh, it's because I'm on a new record, aren't I? Yeah.
I became viral with peakby.com, L giggles, something. Might be something Griffin's into, I don't know. we'll stay clear of that, maybe.
Yeah. Don't be going near that. Although, I'll take the views, mate. Keep them coming. Any bots out there? Tell your mates.
Yeah, there's a bot count, so there's a view.
Right, let's have a little look then at the Premier League from the weekend. Potentially two of the biggest games of the weekend involved Liverpool teams. I think we'll focus on the more recent of the two, potentially the more controversial and the funnier one, which is Liverpool once again dropping points to relegation fodder. So, yeah, I'll throw it out there. I didn't watch it, but I've watched lots of highlights because it just really cheered me up. Max, thoughts?
I watched it in bits and parts.
Where's
if I had a bet on it, what? If I had a bet on anyone to make Tottenham actually look good, I would have bet on us. Because I'm just lost for words. I mean, what sums it up is the video of Igor Tudor mistaking his own player liaison for Arne Slot before the game. That says everything about this game. He doesn't even know his staff. He doesn't know who our manager is. He's taking another ball guy for him. And then it finishes 1-1. And every time we play Tottenham and Everton, we make Richarlison look like prime Ronaldo. And I hate Richarlison. And he just,
legend. Relegation of Richarlison.
Scoring last minute goals. We're just not good. He keeps on. I keep talking about it as if I hate somebody. He keeps on starting Cody Gakpo. For some reason, he drops Ekitike, who is our centre forward, for Cody Gakpo, who is a left winger. It's just crazy. And Rio Engamo was great again. I think he got player of the match again. But I don't know what else to say anymore, to be honest. It's the same stuff every week with them.
I must admit, when you said about if anyone's gonna cause Tottenham to get some points, it was Liverpool. I did find it mad how in the build-up, obviously, everyone's been talking about Tottenham for like a week or so, and they were all going, and the next game's Liverpool, as if that was a thing anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, surely everyone saw that was a potential banana skin for Liverpool.
Completely. I've seen the same stuff, like, he's got to get through Liverpool, and you've been awful all season. I mean, it's not that hard. And if it wasn't for Dominic Szoboszlai scoring free kicks, we'd be with you in the middle of the table.
I mean, I'll come into you two in a minute, but can we talk about his free kicks? Because he isn't half overrated with these free kicks, isn't he?
One yesterday, that goalie, he should have took that goalie off for that one yesterday. That was as bad as any.
Vicario should have saved that, absolutely. But the other ones, though,
he
Sean.
should have caught it.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the goal.
Pathetic.
There's other free kicks, though, Sean. You can't argue with them.
Yeah, they're
even them. No, I don't remember them being. I don't know. I saw an Instagram post something going. Yeah, like you said, like if Szoboszlai wasn't a monster of free kicks, I'm thinking, is he? I don't feel like he was that good. There was another one. Was it Arsenal? I don't know.
Arsenal City.
There's another one that definitely should have been saved. I just don't feel like he's that good. But again, obviously, he's scoring the goals that are getting you pointed in there. So yeah, it is important. But
yeah, he scored 4 direct free kicks this season in the league. 2 of them were really good. The first one against Arsenal, where it was like 30 yards out of the post and in. And then the one against City was probably the one you might think you might save. Like almost like slices it to the top right. Yeah, but I think he's 1 or 2 off the record for the season. I think it might only be 5, possibly 6. I think it was David Beckham in a season.
Yeah, I've seen that yesterday.
Yeah, but yeah, we're just not good. Like if he's not gone at the end of the season, I'd be shocked. But yeah, there we are.
He's so deflated, honestly. I don't mean to smile and laugh about it, Max, but like, it is funny.
It is. What I mean? Honestly, it is. Like, I don't know if you watched the Galatasaray game, but again, it was just like, it's just not good. Even when we were shit though years ago, I'd still find some enjoyment in it. I just watch these games and we're so boring, and anyone can beat us. Anyone.
Yeah. But did you lads watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, it was I don't know. It's just Tottenham just not great, but you just always felt that they might get something, which I was surprised. Like Tottenham must be up there with a record as bad as ours at Anfield. They never win there, so to then go there in the state they're in. But again, it was just Richarlison just like fueled by how much he hates them. That was what that was, which was great. So I was like, yeah, it was just one of them. We're like, obviously, on another day, I think Liverpool could have won it comfortably. On another day, Tottenham scored 2 or 3. Like, yeah, that's Richarlison himself had quite a few chances, didn't he?
He did.
So, yeah, it's just as Max said, there's just 2 not very good footballing sides. I think, yeah, like it is surprising how like poor Liverpool look without like, I don't really know. And again, like that Wirtz thought he'd turned up against relegation fodder, but it's just Barnsley in the cup where he turns up against. I've realised now. Again, at some point we've got to be asking questions about him because he's all well and good. He looks good and he's clearly a good footballer, but he did absolutely nothing. Early yesterday, I was half watching it because I was doing a bit of work. But at least that Gakpo, at least I'm seeing him shoot and do some things. You can go 20 minutes and not notice that Wirtz doing it.
I think Cody Gakpo, you watch him shoot, but if it's not cutting inside on his right foot and shooting, it's nothing else.
Yeah,
he's like Iron Robin, just shite.
That would have been the 5th linky clue, I think, the other week.
Yeah. You'd only needed 2 though, Cal, or 1, whatever it was.
Yeah, 1 it was. I watch it. I mean, I only really watched second half, to be honest, but you just knew that was coming. You had a feeling that he was going to score. And Liverpool doing on about it. The last 20-30 minutes I thought were terrible. Both teams were just like, one team go down one end, not do anything with it, then the other team would attack, not do anything with it, and then it's just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But yeah, I don't know, Liverpool look boring. They're not. It's like, I know you say about Gakpo wanting to shoot and that, which he does, but sometimes you look at them and you get to the box like nobody shoots. They're trying to pass it to each other and the pass isn't great. And there was a few times where I thought like Salah and Ekitike were kind of seemingly on each other's backs and stuff. But even Salah, I think Salah's a lot like this anyway, but like the amount of shots Salah just like skies from inside the box where he's trying to curl it. I think he does that a lot where he'll just shoot it. It's like technically it'll just go miles away. I think like he probably should have got that on target or scored there. And he does that kind of like laugh or smile to himself when the camera pans in on him after he does it. It's like I'm not sure it's that funny. Mohammed, he should have scored. But no, I think to be fair, the only positive I think Liverpool that Ngamoa, that really, I mean, the way he travels and dribbles the ball is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's so good.
Like, he's just like so hard to stop. But yeah, I think midfield wise, you were awful. It was like so disjointed. And defensively, I thought you weren't very good either, because you did actually, as Tosh said there, you did actually let Tottenham get through a few times. You did have a few chances. It's just that, against a better team who maybe on a bit more of a high and a bit more clinical, a bit more confidence in front of goal at the moment, probably put a couple of those in. But yeah, massive point for Tottenham, obviously. Let's not brush over that either, because that's like a big point for them at this stage at the bottom of the league, especially with the way the other results went, because three of them on 29 points, I think, weren't they? So really big point for them. So,
where do you three stand on the relegation? As in, like, I know generally as like neutrals, when we're not involved, you're not really that bothered who goes down. Personally, in a weird kind of way, in a sadistic kind of way, I'd really like Tottenham to go down. Yeah. Just as like I don't know, it just feels like it should never happen, and it could never happen. It should happen as like a bit of a wake-up call. I would like that to happen. Where do you three stand on it?
Yeah, I've always quite liked Tottenham, like sort of feel a bit like synonymous, being like the little brother in the city. And but yeah, when I watched that Palace game a couple of weeks ago, like I realised during that, I don't think I've ever wanted anything as much as I've wanted Tottenham to go down. Like, I was loving that. And like to the point where I was going into yesterday thinking, like, as soon as Liverpool went 1-0 up, I was hoping it was going to be 5-0. Like, I genuinely was. I just thought Tottenham were going to come back. But I just the thought of Everton. I can see now why lots of people would have wanted Everton to go down. I don't think it'd been as funny, but I can fully get on board with that now. So yeah, no, I do. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because you feel like Tottenham won't go down. I sort of feel like Forest won't. You feel like Leeds might get dragged in. Maybe I'm leaning towards Leeds. West Ham look quite good.
Yeah,
West Ham have turned it around, haven't they? They've had a good run of games for a while. I'm the same as you, Tosh. I think I said on the podcast a few weeks ago, I almost feel like they need to go down as a club and like have a complete reset of everything that they do on the footballing side. For years now, they've ran the club as a business and like tried to put it in this position without really caring about what's on the field in a way. I have no idea what they do, what their identity is, or anything like that. For a club that, like, with that big a stadium and that much money to go down, I think could be funny. But I just feel as if like there's nothing going for them. Like next season, what do they do? If they stay up, what do they do? They'll be down there again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think, it's hard to go down and try and reset it. If that doesn't happen, then what will happen? Then what?
That'd be disastrous if you went down.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It'd be financially, I don't know, would that go close to like kind of killing them a bit? I don't know. But yeah, and to be fair, I bet there's the likes of Burnley and Wolves who are probably already down, and even the Championship clubs, they won't want Tottenham to go down.
Yeah.
They definitely won't want Tottenham to be the team who goes down with them. It's another big team to kind of fight within it. So, yeah, I'm just looking at the bottom now. I think it's West Ham have kind of got the ascendancy in the right moment, haven't they? So you're looking at it thinking like they're probably going to get themselves out. And you think maybe once they get themselves out, will they kind of kick on and get another couple of wins under the belt and stuff. You don't want to kind of be on the downward trajectory at this point in the season, which it looks like Leeds are, doesn't it? They start well and they kind of go in the opposite direction.
I heard someone saying though, I don't know if West Ham might have the hardest fixtures, and I don't know if that included City and Liverpool, so maybe thinking of the recent games. So I did hear, so I don't know if that's the guy. I can't pretend to know who they're playing.
As we know, though, Liverpool's not a difficult fixture.
I know they've already played Liverpool, and at least there's one win off the way. But yeah, no, it's interesting. And for the Tottenham play Forest on Sunday, don't they?
Is that what that is this weekend?
Tottenham play Forest on Sunday.
Wow. Well, even then, so if that comes to draw and West Ham win, that'll be like a massive weekend for West Ham on it potentially. So yeah, I think there's possibly another couple of twists and turns, I reckon. But yeah, I think Leeds fans now will be nervous. Probably thinking 4 weeks ago that they were probably looking all right, and that they probably weren't going to be in any danger. So then now looking as though they're really going to be dragged into it is nerve-wracking a bit. And to be honest, I think we were all a bit like, don't know, 3 months ago or so, 4 months ago, that the bottom three is going to be the bottom three for sure. They're not even going to catch them, but they have kind of started to pick up points, haven't they? It's exciting, I think, to have the top and the bottom, and the Champions League place and all that being 4-4. So good for the game.
Right, if we move up the table then, for a change, normally Everton would be in that conversation, but let's move up the table and move on to the other game. To do with the City this week, Everton away at Arsenal. I mean, I feel like there's so much to talk about in this game when probably not much happened in the game anyway. Everton lost 2-0, but the main headline, which seems to have taken over, is Max Dowman is now the youngest ever Premier League goal scorer. On any of those points, does anyone have any kind of comments about the game?
I'll go if you want.
I mean, come on, give me something.
Yeah, I'll go. To be honest, I thought Everton were really, really, really good. I thought for the 88, 89 minutes, I thought we were good. We had possibly, you might say, the better chances in the game. We had McNeil's post and Ndai's kind of rebound, which was called offside. Had that gone in, it's been given. He showed you at half time that he was onside for that. I thought defensively we looked all right as well. I thought we were quite good. I thought Irabune and Gay worked really well together. I thought probably Irabune's best game I've seen him play in a long time. McNeil I thought was great as well. It was kind of like back to the McNeil of old. I think I really like McNeil by the that wasn't it? At the digging
only because you look like him.
Apparently so, yeah. No, I do like McNeil, but I thought we were good. I thought we'd done enough to get a draw there. I think it's a shame that we didn't come away with a draw. Obviously Pickford's mistake for that goal was, just silly. He just probably got a bit caught up in it a bit. The second goal, obviously that's the risk of the keeper going up for the corners. But like I never quite understand that, because Pickford's going up for the corner, like telling Michaelenko to stay back. Why not put Michaelenko in the box and have your keeper?
I'd still go with Pickford.
No, I don't get why
chaos
would be any better.
It is the chaos, yeah.
Yeah, but and obviously Max Dowman, he travels with the ball very well, doesn't he, for that goal, and obviously puts it away. But yeah, I've seen someone tweet today about like it's this game suddenly turned into like Max Dowman show.
Yeah,
he didn't really do anything. Like said, I think it was an Arsenal fan at there. I think he said like he was pocketed for 20 minutes. But yeah, I thought it was a shame really for Everton. I thought we deserved the point, and as well, just to touch on it though, like the amount of fouls Arsenal do that don't get given is like unbelievable. There's that one on Ndai and on Beto, 2 fouls in the space of 5 seconds, neither of them get given. The amount of times when you're running through and their defenders kind of run across the striker and just jump and throw themselves on the floor. They're so I don't even know what the word is for it, but there's so many fouls that they do that just for some reason don't get like sanctioned or whatever. It was crazy. I thought there were a few bad decisions. Tosh.
I think you summed it up quite well. Yeah, I thought everyone. I think it's just like that game. Everyone can play that game now, can't you? You can just sit back, regardless of who's in the defence. 2 big lumps at centre half, and then obviously Arsenal don't seem to be in a good position at the moment. Where they're very creative, so I wouldn't say I'd go as far as saying good. I think they definitely didn't deserve to lose Everton, but I don't know. It's just that game, isn't it? We know what that Everton can do now away from home. They're just going to sit there. And with the way football is now, it's just boring. So you're just playing for 0-0, and you might, as you say, McNeil might shoot from 25 yards and hit the post. But yeah, no, they definitely deserve the point. And like we were saying, I was watching it like with a couple of mates, and we were saying like, Arsenal at no point you felt worried they were going to score, and then Pickford comes out and does that, which just ridiculous. And he does that. He has got that in his locker, hasn't he? Like, he annoys me a bit, but again, you can't know. He's been unbelievable for Everton a lot of times, and he's saved a lot of points, but that's just stupid. And again, that's why when like there's Everton fans who get frustrated because people never put Pickford in that category, and that's why people will never put that in the category, because he just does stupid things like that. That, you know, in some ways, I know it doesn't in the points, but you know, that cancels out what he did at Newcastle when he saves us the points there. But it doesn't, because I think the points difference is still better. But yeah, I don't know. Just frustrating, isn't it? And then just the second goal doesn't matter. And it doesn't bother me all that stuff with the young lad. You know, fair play, 16 years old, and he scored like a goal. It's like that's going to be synonymous with them winning the league, isn't it? Regardless of sort of what happens going forward in terms of like whether it actually is the moment that wins them the league. I think that's going to be remembered for a while. But yeah, can't say he was, as Callum said, can't say he was any good. Like Mykolenko seems to have him in his pocket, and Mykolenko's not very good either.
Do you know what I mean? Just to add to it, the whole youngest scorer, it's very evident that we managed to send our keeper up and have no goalie to then lose the record of the youngest scorer. Obviously, it was James Vaughan, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah.
So we managed to ruin James Vaughan's legacy for no reason at all. So I'm sure he's happy with that.
Only.
That's
all he had. There, it's gone. Forgotten forever.
I don't know if it was true, but was it Arteta who set up Vaughan for his goal?
No, it was Kilban.
I thought it was Kilban, yeah. But Arteta would have been playing.
Yeah, with a player.
Arteta scored a free kick in that game. I remember right. He beat Palace 4-0.
Palace.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I mean, I must admit, on the Diamond thing, I did think I don't know the right word. I'm going to use a bit pathetic, but like how it was like, as you said, Callum, it turned into like the Max Diamond show. Like that game again. I thought we defended really well, as we know we're going to. We did everything we needed to do. Obviously, Pickford opened the floodgate, but then it was like, now that's all everyone's talking about. In everyone's eyes, Everton got battered by the soon-to-be champions because this kid scored a goal. Again, don't get me wrong. I thought like the way he took the ball, his footwork to get past, I think it's Dewsbury Hall.
The way he takes it is unbelievable, and his first header to take past Mykolenko, then that touches. It's a very, very, very good goal.
Yeah. But I just felt like it's all everyone's been talking about. Like even the cameras. I mean, maybe do you know what? Maybe it's just footy. It's not like, because if the coverage would have been there when James Vaughan scored his goal, it would have probably been the same. Or when Rooney scored. Well, it probably wouldn't, because it's Everton. But I mean, do you understand what I mean? Like maybe it's just the coverage is different. That record's been there for what is it? 20 years, 21 years. Like, yeah, maybe that's just. I got annoyed by the coverage of it, but it's probably just the way it is now.
I think that's because like there's been quite a lot of hype around this kid, hasn't there?
Yeah.
It's like for a while now, and like even on Rest Football, they're talking about him, and like England's future with him and Engamo is going to be great and stuff. Whereas no one's really talking about James Vaughan probably. Wayne Rooney's goal was unbelievable, wasn't it? His first goal, this goal was just he drilled past a couple of players now and goalies in the other box, like.
I think it's been made more iconic by the fact that they're going to win the league, and that was kind of it was like that celebration, wasn't it?
He should have been booked though, shouldn't he?
Why?
He went to the crowd.
Yeah.
You get pushed in though.
Running into the crowd, and he kicked the corner flag.
Yeah, aggression.
Twice.
2 yellow cards, Sasha.
Actually, should have been there again, like there. That's they can't wait to book David Moyes for going 3 yards onto the pitch against Brighton. Did he get booked again, Moyes?
I think so. Yeah, for complaining about the throwing or something.
He does do a lot of moaning, Moyes, to be fair. Every time he kind of Patterson, he is moaning, isn't he? In that coat, he looks like he's like not like got anything to do with him. He's just like turned up like an old man in his coat. He turned up at the Weatherspoons like to watch the racing. That's what he looks like, doesn't he? He doesn't look like anything to do with Everton.
Following on from the game, I don't know if it's all sorted. I haven't seen anything today. Just want to touch on the only impact Tierney Barry's really had on Everton. Is now the fact I am delighted that Everton fans hate him. It's great. I'm buzzing. It's all I've ever wanted, really. Yeah, where are we up to in the situation? Has anything happened today? And saying, if anyone doesn't know, Max, did you see it?
Didn't he get into a fight in the crowd or something?
He didn't. Other people, I can't fully work it out, but basically, Tiano Barry came out after the game slagging Everton fans up for beating people up, which again, don't get me wrong, I also disagree with. However, if it was Tiano Barry that got beat up, no, if it was Tiano Barry that got beat up, I'd be all over that, front of the queue there. But I just feel like this lad, football wise, he doesn't get it. He doesn't understand what he's meant to be doing. And when it's anything to do with social media, he doesn't understand it. He's doing everything he can, I think, to just turn everything against him. And you know, if he was boss, he'd let him off. But he isn't. He's absolutely awful. So, yeah, next game, meet outside, Tiano.
Is he queuing to get to the train as well? Or?
yeah. I've already battered someone on Sandhill train station. I'll batter him as well. 2 games. But yeah, I think they were the main headlines, weren't they? Tiano Barry being a divvy, Max Darman's goal. Also, just before we move on, I know Tosh is probably going to have some controversial opinions on this. I think I don't know if it was soon. I saw the clip anyway. No one got beat up here. Don't worry, Tosh. On Ben Foster's podcast, I saw the clip recently where he was talking about David Moyes and where he ranks within like all-time Premier League managers. And the co-host said to Ben Foster, "Is he in the top 10?"
No.
Not flat out, no.
That's just flat out no. Yeah.
Who would you have above him?
I think he would be.
Anyone that's won a Premier League is above him straight off the bat.
They're actually not.
Claudio
Ranieri's not above
except for Arne Slot.
Claudio Ranieri is not above David Moyes. No way.
I think Moyes will be for longevity, for
I think so.
For what he's done, like as in like for the smaller teams, he was the only challenging them back in the day.
That's a good question, I suppose. If you want to go through it, you got Alex Ferguson, Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, Arsene Wenger, Jurgen Klopp. There's top 5, right? We had this conversation a while ago, didn't we? Top 5. So
yeah. I remember saying we were struggling to pick the next person who's off that.
Yeah. So then you'd. Oof. I suppose it is a good question. I think you're 5 people up Moyes. Martin O'Neill.
No.
Joe Kinnear.
You came straight in off the bat with a flat no, and you've been humbled big time.
True.
What do you think,
Claudio Ranieri, I would put above him.
No chance.
That season alone, just winning the league at Leicester.
That season, he shouldn't be allowed any credit for that. Absolute fluke.
Saving them from relegation the year before.
He didn't.
Who was it?
That was Pearson, wasn't
it?
Was it?
He should never have been sacked. Legend. Absolute nutter, him.
Is he in the top 10, Tosh?
He actually would be, just for quotes. That one about the ostrich. You must be an ostrich. Yeah, no, come here.
Who was the Arsenal manager before Wenger? That won the
Bruce Rioch. George Graham, but he never won a Prem. But Bruce Rioch was directly before, I think. George Graham won 2, but they were both before the Prem.
He's surely top. I think just like longevity alone, he's kind of got to be in the top 10 conversation. And then in terms of, like, as you say, what he's done for, like what he done for Everton in that first,
correct,
in that first kind of period was like at the time, it was like unseen at the time, really. In terms of like a team challenging that. In terms of a team challenging like the big four, we were the first ones to do it. Like,
in terms of the big four was invented about the year he joined, when they just decided to boot them back. Once Liverpool became half good again, he decided to invent the big four. Once that wasn't Chelsea, he literally just decided, that Liverpool are all right again now. Well, let's call it a big four.
Yeah, and we were the first ones to be it. Stick it to the man.
I like Moyes. But so you're saying he should be in the top 10 just because he had 2 good seasons, Everton? Where he's finished 5th,
yeah, more
4th,
than
5th. Yeah, maybe more, but what is good? It's like being 7th. Didn't Aston Villa threaten that top 4 for 3-4 years? They finished fifth.
Yeah, everyone finished
a few
above them
times.
pretty much every year.
Mhm.
No, Moyes, and again, forget when Moyes took over, Everton were very much, Everton were like what they were now, always battling relegation. Now, and again, I like watching Sunday supplements, and they tried to make the point that Arteta's learned from Moyes and all this negativity, and that Dominic King, who's I think it's Daily Mail, he stopped them and said, listen, hey, you obviously misforgetting how good a football team Everton were under David Moyes at times, with like Arteta and Pienaar and Osman and Baines, so... Yeah, I think just by pure process of there not being anyone who's got that longevity, maybe. Yeah, no, I think
Roy Hodgson.
struggling with 10.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that. But I thought it would be a bit of an interesting question, just seeing how you lot think. Maybe if it was Griffin on here or any Liverpool fans, maybe they'd disagree. I didn't think you'd throw him in there, Tosh.
I don't know where you got this. I just don't think he's the person to take Everton forward. I love David Moyes for what he's done forever, and even now I've said all along he's done a great job from where he took over last year. But yeah,
just maybe not now.
Yeah, I just think for them to move on, he's not the fella. But again, he's sort of proved me wrong anyway, isn't he? Really? But
I've got
a bad word to say about his first spell.
I just put it into Google, top 20 Premier League managers of all time, and he's got David Moyes 13th. Do you want me to give you the list of managers above him?
Yeah,
see if you agree.
Decided this?
What?
Who's decided this?
Google.
AI.
Conte. We all know that. Yeah, Conte is 6th. Roberto Mancini 7th. Carlo Ancelotti 8th. Claudio Ranieri 9th. Manuel Pellegrini 10th. Kenny Dalglish 11th. Rafa Benitez 12th.
Take it out.
I don't know. I think
they've just gone on who won stuff, haven't they? Yeah. All of them.
We managed Liverpool, Man City, Man United, or Chelsea.
Underneath 14th is Harry Redknapp.
I was going to say Harry Redknapp should be in the conversation more than some of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not above Moyes though. It's nowhere near Moyes. Harry Redknapp.
Well, what is the criteria though? Is it just you've been in the league a long time and you finished?
He's just done good jobs. Like, all right, he had a bad spell at Sunderland, and he had a bad year at United. But as United one's half been negated because of how much of a basket case he's been in the last 10 years anyway.
True, yeah. Underneath him, 15th Mikel Arteta, which I think's not very good. 16th Kevin Keegan, 17th Sam Allardyce, 18th Pochettino, 19th Roy Evans, 20th Gerard Houllier.
Just as many Liverpool ones. Yeah.
The Liverpool ones, I don't. Rafa Benitez did a great job at Liverpool when you think about it. They have one not good year at the end, where we finished 7th.
One good year, Premier League wise.
We were always in the top 4 except the first year. On the last year,
that's a mixed
If you're talking about success, Tosh, what is it? Is it literally just having a good job for a while?
I think success is relative, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's subjective based on the club you're at and the position they're in and the resources you've got. It's like Moyes did an unbelievable job with the resources he had, which is the thing people always say about Guardiola, isn't it? That like he's never managed a team that haven't had all the money in the world and the best players in the world. So it's like not that I'm comparing the two, but like the likes of like Moyes has never had that. Well, he did I suppose at Man United, and it wasn't for him. But when he's got nothing, he does an unbelievable job. Like even if you look at Everton now, as you said, Tosh, you might have proved you wrong. We shouldn't be where we are now with the players we've got. And even when I think about our results this season, I can't believe it. That I feel like we're always losing, but we still managed to be up there. He's doing such a good job.
You said we're always losing. He's doing such a good job. So
no, I mean in my head, I don't mean like that. I mean, it feels like we're always getting beat, but somehow we're 8th. I feel like I've come on here loads of times and gone, how are we 8th?
That's right.
That's just madness to me. It feels weird, but yeah, I think he should be in there. It's not all about your trophies, because as Arne Slot's proven, because you win a title doesn't mean it.
Yeah, I think maybe, I don't know. There's just a bunch of managers who've done what he's done. Roy Hodgson's done what he's done. Sam Allardyce has done what he's done.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I do. I think you're right. I think it could be. There's probably about 5 or 6 that are interchangeable, isn't there, at the top end of that?
yeah,
But
probably.
yeah. Right, we will leave the footy review there then and crack on with the next section. But before we go, Max, where are you up to?
That's what I want to see the first couple of minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
And then I'll
Right,
leave.
let's go then. So, this is a debut for a brand new game that's never, ever been played before. It's called Fuck Golf.
Ooh.
So, Callum and Max, yeah, you've seen the first iteration of Golf. Nobody else has because it did not go well. Yeah, so here's the brand new and improved Fuck Golf. Here is how we're going to play it. Basically, I'm going to give you a famous golf hole. I'm going to give you how many yards it is, and it's par. Whatever its par is, that's how many shots you've got. And you need to get as close to this number as possible. The question, for example, might be number of Premier League appearances. You would pick a player, and most importantly, as a golfer, you can pick your club. So you can pick a club and a player, and you want to get as close to that number as possible. But you've got 4 attempts, so it's cumulative, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So if your first one's 205, and then your next one's 160, you add them together. If you overshoot it, your job then is to bring it back closer to the hole. So say you go 50 above the number, you've then got to get someone that's around 50 to bring it back towards the hole. The winner is the closest to the number at the end. Does that make sense?
Okay. I think so.
Okay, so I'll explain it as we go. So our hole for today, the first ever hole we're going to do, I've had to ask for help because I know nothing about golf. You might have to help me out with the terminology too, lads. The first hole is the 18th at Sawgrass, because apparently that's a big hole that happened at the weekend. This hole is 462 yards, 462, that's your number. And it's a par 4. So you've got 4 attempts to get as close to 462 as possible. Does this make sense?
At that hole, there's like water over the back of it, so can you actually go over? Or like none of you said you can go over?
No, don't ask me questions, Tosh. I don't know.
Right,
The idea behind this game is it's going to be very close to our original keeping up appearances, but it's kind of in line with the football 501. And I think I said football cricket, which you saw on a YouTube channel a while ago. Tosh, can you do me a favour? But focus it. It was a bit more light. He just went in the dark.
I was just trying to find a pen.
Oh. So yeah, Fuck Golf is our alternative. Our object today is Premier League appearances. So Premier League appearances. Okay. So you've got to choose 4 players to get as close to that number as possible. 462, and you got 4 shots. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's going to be.
Are you going to tell us at the end of each shot how many we've done? Yeah.
I am. So Tosh will go first, and then Callum will go first, and then you'll be a shot ahead. So after, I'll try and work it out quite quick. So if Tosh goes first, for example, I'll tell him what he's on, and then he can use that to guess his next player. Obviously, Max is dipping out in a minute, so it's just going to be
right now,
straight head to head. You going now, Max?
Yeah.
Go ahead, nice one.
Can I question?
Go on.
So obviously, just get who gets closest to the 462 is my first question. Second question: say on your third go, I'm on 455. Can I say someone who's never played in the Premier League?
Well, I mean, I suppose you could just if it's a par 4.
My tactic, to be honest, try and get as close as you can in one, and then just like
just say nobody else. I
Don't ruin
was
the
going to
game.
say you and Tosh.
Don't ruin the game. I'm going to say in golf, you don't need to use all your shots, do you? As in, the idea is to get below par. If you want to only use 2 shots, we'll give it a go. As I said, this is the first attempt. We can workshop it as we go.
Okay.
Should we give it? Should we try it?
Yeah.
Right. Let me make a note of who we've got then. So I'm going to say Tosh goes first. Remember, you choose your club. You're in charge of the club. I'm not giving you one, and you choose a player too. And it's Premier League appearances.
Premier League appearances. I'm trying to gauge. I'll go Seamus Coleman, Everton.
Okay, so Tosh taking his first shot with Seamus Coleman.
Do you
know what? You know what's annoying? Me rule was going to be in the rules. You can't use your own team.
Too late now, isn't it?
No, it's not. Come pick your ball up.
They call that a mulligan in the golf world, sure.
Yeah, that was meant to be one of my rules because I think it'd be a bit too easy if you know, because it's obviously you see it all over on like.
Okay. I'll go then. That's a roomy game now. Tony Adams, Arsenal.
Okay, let's see. So we're looking at Premier League appearances. Where are we? Just to make sure, he only played in the Premier League. He only played for Arsenal, sorry.
Yeah, but he didn't only play in the Premier League.
Yeah, right. Your first shot has taken you 255 yards, Tosh.
That's a nice gentle 3-wood, that.
Yeah. 255, good first attempt. Callum, you're up.
So we can't go Everton. I'll go with Chelsea and John Terry.
Okay, let's see. Right, we're using transfer market just for everyone so we're all aware. Now, if I'm right, John Terry played for Forest. Oh, he played for Villa too.
Neither of them in the Prem, though, were they?
Was Villa not in the Prem?
I thought that was once they were in the Championship.
Sean, if you go on to them, you'll be able to toggle it.
I've got it.
Just pick for club. Okay.
Got it, right. Callum, you're on 492.
Oh, he's in the water.
Yes, he's overshot it. So he's over.
So I've got to get 30 back.
Yeah.
It's also got a penalty shot for the water, surely.
You are?
In golf, you got like a penalty shot for going in the water.
500 was in the water.
Where's the drop zone?
I don't know what this means.
500 was in the water. The green is at least up to 500.
50-yard green, yeah. I will go Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for Manchester United.
Okay.
I feel that might be too high as well, but I'm out of touch, you see.
I remember picking Solskjaer myself in keeping up appearances back in the day.
This way, Bob. This should get Bob on the phone quickly. Marathon runner and keeping up appearance legend.
Right, Premier League for United 235.
What's that
currently on? What's that? 490. Is that 490?
I thought you said 225 was Tony Adams, wasn't he?
No, 255. Did I say 225?
You may not have. No, go on.
I think I said 255. Yeah, so I make you on 490, but you're the math man.
Okay, what am I on, Sean?
You're on 492.
Okay, right. So I'll go with. So I need what's 465 are we going for?
Yeah, 465.
Okay. I'll go
462.
Okay. I'll go with Manchester United and I'll go with Sesko.
Oh, okay.
It's also my tactic as well. But
yeah, I think you might have to do that, mightn't you? Where are we? Premier League appearances, 25. I'm not even going to attempt to work that out. Callum, can you work that out?
What am I doing?
You're on 492 and then you've come back 25 yards.
467.
467. You're 5 off.
What was I on again? Sorry.
490.
And what's the target?
462.
So I need someone. 28 games. How many games are we into the season here? Okay, I was thinking someone Everton. I can't go Everton, can I? I'll go. Oh no, did he join last year? I'll go Bournemouth. Trufair, the left back. Did he join this year? Doesn't matter. I don't know his name.
I also can't spell it. There you go. Right. Premier League appearances is 30.
So my own 460.
460. Callum's 5 off. You're 2 off.
My
I've had an
shot.
extra go, haven't I?
Yeah.
My
Oh,
shot.
yeah.
This is.
Oh, I can't go Everton, can I?
I've got one shot after this, haven't I?
Yeah.
Right, I'll go with it. I think is his name. I'll go Liverpool. And is the keeper? Is it Marmadashvili? Is his name?
Oh, good shout.
So you just going for Liverpool, yeah?
Yeah, the keeper.
yeah.
He hasn't played for anyone else, has he?
Yeah. Right. Premier League appearances 5.
Yes. In the hole.
So, yeah. I think it's safe to say Callum's in. He can't come out again. Once he's spot on, he's on. So, Tosh, all you can do is tie it up here.
I mean, really, in the game, should it not be that he's won because he's got it in 3 shots? No, he can go foul. He'd won the whole, wouldn't he?
I suppose, yeah. I'll give you, in future we can do that, but I'll give you one more shot. See if you can,
do you know what? I had a great shout there, but then I remembered I couldn't have Everton. So I'm going to have to someone who's played 2 games. Can't keep thinking. Liverpool might be the better shout for me as well. I'd go that lad, another goalie. What's his name? No, did he play more actually? Did they have? No, I'll go that. Who's the one who came on when Reina got? Remember that time when he played in the semi against Everton? Do you remember? They had some bad goalie in. No, I can't remember his name. I think I've got an idea, but he might not have played for them. Well, we'll go that Ross Turnbull, Liverpool. Was that him? Did he play for them? No.
I don't think he did play for Liverpool, you know.
I was thinking Brad Jones at first. Was it him?
Brad Jones, yeah, the Aussie.
Yeah, I was thinking him, but yeah, go on. I'll get it wrong.
Who did you say? Ross Turnbull?
Yeah. I don't know why that name came to me. I had Brad Jones, but I thought, did he actually play a bit more?
Who are you saying for Ross Turnbull? Liverpool?
Chelsea.
Okay, for Chelsea.
Wait, did he play for Liverpool?
No.
Yeah, Chelsea. That was it all.
In the Premier League, though, in fact, I can't. No, sorry, I need to go a few more details. He's probably played more than you'd expect.
Yeah.
Premier League for Chelsea, he's played 7 times.
Oh, fair play.
Which means Tosh is just overshot, but obviously Callum's on it in the hole. Did it in 3. That makes Callum the inaugural fuck golf winner. Well done,
Yeah,
Callum.
fair play, Callum. Played to perfection.
The Troy Pirates in a box and I'll fuck golf.
I know. Tosh, how the mighty have fallen. You used to be the king on this podcast.
Well, I got sacked and I've lost all my morale.
Yeah, lost all interest.
How many Brad Jones play? That's the question.
Hey, Tosh, we can throw a coup here. It's 2 against 1. We can take back, keep appearances here. Max is gone. Overthrow.
Yeah, go get Bob on quick.
Get Bob back.
Bob would love that.
Yeah, I think Bob wants nothing more to be back on this podcast. Right. Anyway, that was the first game of fuck golf.
It's good that.
I need to fine tune it, but what I will say, and Callum can back me up, is a lot better than the last one.
Oh, it was a lot better than that. Yeah, the last one was far too hard. It was impossible.
Yeah, the only people who ever saw that was the 2 people watching on stream and us 4. So that'll be confined to the podcast.
Yeah, that's it. The first ever episode in the ether.
Yeah, no one ever needs to know about that. But yeah, so I'll tighten that up a bit, and I think we've got a winner on our hands.
Yeah, it's good.
I honestly just think fuck golf, and then 3 pallets in a box, mate. We're going.
You can play that football 501 on an app now, can't you?
Yeah.
You need to get it straight on the app show.
I know. If only I knew how to make an app.
Can't be too hard.
Yeah. I'll give it a go.
Have you seen that? You've been playing Bloodle, the Everton Wordle thing?
No.
It's great.
Is it just players?
What's that?
Is it players?
Yeah, but obviously it's not the letters. So like you say that you guess a player. So like you might say like Tim Howard, and there's like 5 boxes. So if it's not a goalkeeper, put a cross for position, and then like number of appearances, higher or lower. Really good.
I've seen that, like a general footy one. I didn't realise there was an Everton one.
Yeah, no, Everton have put it out. It's on the Everton website. They've done one episode. There's been 4 days, but the second one was Stephen Hughes.
Yeah, I can't remember him well.
I'm saying make it a bit easier to start with. Come on.
I always see like one of the first 3 days.
They've obviously just gone completely random, but the first ever day. Oh no, you can go back and play them. Would you want to go back and play? I won't say anything. I've just given you one word answer. You get Stephen Hughes second go day 2. But the first one, it was Besic, and like obviously quite hard to get. So like I knew the appearances were low, and he joined about 2016. So I didn't know the year at that point. So I guess Begovic, because I had goalie as a position left, and then because obviously it has country as well. So it's Bosnia. So.
Yeah, that is quite hard as a first one, though, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
knowing if it's the same country or not. Like,
I've got 2 days in a row. I didn't get the 2 and 3. The position sort of threw me for day 3.
Have you done today's?
Yeah.
I was going to say you should have played it on pod.
No, I should have started, shouldn't I?
You are?
Yeah, no, it's good. I'd recommend.
Yeah, no, I'll give it a go. Right, let's close this up then with a closing question that hasn't left me mind now for the last couple of days. I don't suppose anyone, I think you probably may be onto it, Callum. Anyone seen the new Louis Theroux documentary?
I watched it.
I've seen most of it.
Yeah. I watched it yesterday and it was just terrifying, to be honest. Just absolute divvies. I know, well, I won't throw someone under the bus, but I know they're a big fan of Ed Matthews.
Me.
I can see you're inspired by HS Tiki. But yeah, just an hour and a half of just idiots just spouting absolute nonsense. It got me thinking.
This podcast, to be fair.
Well, he thought it's harmless. It might be pointless, but it's also harmless. We're not harming anybody. It got me thinking. Obviously, we wouldn't want to spend any time with any of them. But if Louis Theroux kind of made a documentary with a footballer or footballing personality, like a tell-all documentary where he follows them around, who would you like to watch? Which documentary would you like to be made?
Ooh.
As in, you'd be most interested, or you think it'd be like the most controversial or something?
No, just the one you'd be most interested in. Yeah. So I'm assuming what my thinking will be, I'd obviously want it to be someone with a bit of a story. You wouldn't want it to just be like Phil Neville. Like, just be boring.
I would actually like that one, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it'd be quite funny. I thought you'd just be straight in at Maradona.
Yeah, well, Maradona jumps in, but they have made a couple, haven't they? There's so many good. There's a couple of good things, like that film that they made with that same person. I think directed the Amy Winehouse one, directed Maradona. That's like unbelievable. I mean, I've seen that in the cinema. I haven't seen it since, to be fair. Yeah, Maradona jumped out, but again, I feel like that's a good one. I do it on a slight before people do it. Have you seen apparently that Xavi Simons for Tottenham is being filmed for like a documentary this year? Apparently, he's had like a film crew around with him everywhere. That could be unbelievable.
That'll be good.
Be good to see how much of that footage goes in.
Oh yeah, be like the first series of foot golf. That. Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? I struggle with these things off the top of my head. Yeah, it'd be someone like, I think someone from the past. Again, Gaz, I suppose, would have been interesting, wouldn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like sort of all the mad things in. I'd like to have Paul Gascoigne and Mason lived in a house in Middlesbrough together, didn't they?
Oh, did they? Yeah.
Yeah,
When he played for them.
They used to like, play a game. It was something like when they used to take. They'd put a load of money in the middle. It was, what's his name? Is it Jimmy Five Bellies or whatever as well? Gaz's mate. So they'd all sit on their lounge and they'd drink. They'd have a glass of wine and take a sleeping tablet or something like that every half an hour. And they'd put the money in, and the last person who was awake just won the money. And there's I see Mason talking about the other day where he was saying like Gaz had been in the house for like a couple of months and didn't even realise he had a bed. He bought this big mansion that him and Mason, he thought he'd just given Jimmy Five Bellies his bed. So he was just sleeping on like the couch. So yeah, maybe that a Gaza one, or maybe just a hone in on Paul Mason and Gascoigne just to the antics they get up to.
I'd be interested if anyone's playing that game listening to this.
It's like it's have a drink and listen to 10 minutes of Keeping Up Appearances podcast.
On away wins.
Nobody's ever won that game.
Oh yeah, or they don't want to admit it. They're all pretending to be asleep.
They could have been millionaires, but they still wouldn't admit to finishing it. Yeah, I didn't watch it either.
Has Sean gone? What? Oh, he's back. I'm going to say, what happens now?
The real show begins.
I was going to say, Sean goes, and I'm starting a Maroon 5, so...
I'm trying to think of a player.
I think for me, I mean, I haven't got like anyone specific, but I think it would be someone who's had a bit of a story. But because I feel like we know loads about Gaza. Like, you've seen it over the years. I'd want to be someone who like has had a bit of a controversy or like got a bit of a story, but we don't know loads about them. Like they're in the private a little bit. Like I feel like we know loads about like a Balotelli, but a lot of it is just like kind of like editorialized stories, isn't it? Like you don't know what's true.
Yeah. Balotelli one would be good, to be fair.
Yeah,
I think Balotelli one would be good. As you say, I think we had this conversation the other week, didn't we? That's like the mad, or maybe it was on another one. There's like no real mavericks that you kind of want to watch about, but
I'd also think as well in terms of like, because you could say something about like Mavericks, and we've done this in the past about like Jamie Vardy. But I reckon I'd just hate him at the end of it. I reckon he'd do me in.
Definitely.
I'd rather him be in Italy now, where I think, oh yeah, remember Jamie Vardy? But if I had to watch him, I'd hate him. And
last week at the Newcastle game, that Tino Espria was in the crowd. Have you seen him? Like some mad stories about him. Like he turned up to the training ground with a gun or something, didn't he? Once, like like that. Yeah, like Shearer was on co-commentary. It was like basically, saying, oh my god, who's that nutter back in?
Yeah, but I don't think that comes from Shearer, the most boring man on the planet.
Leave Shearer alone.
Yeah,
which be a good one.
I read a book. The book, it was like to do with like the Colombian, like because Esprit is Colombian, like it's called like Football Narcos, about like when Escobar was all like involved in all the footy teams in Colombia, and basically like the top 3 or 4 teams were all run by different sort of cartels. I think you had like there is a documentary called The Two Escobars, I think, but like actual like footage of like the run of that maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of stories.
I think like South Americans, like a name. I know obviously it's not quite the drugs involved, but like Neymar's story, I reckon it'd be fascinating.
Ronaldinho,
someone like that, who like they've just come from a mad place, like as in like I don't mean a mad place, as in Brazil. I mean like their upbringing was just mad. They're like a different world to ours. They've gone on to have the career they have, and then Ronaldinho's is he in jail still? Or he was in jail for a bit?
I think he's out, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's managing a team at Baller League, so...
Tingo Tevez. I think Tevez would be a good... He's had a few controversies, hasn't he? Tevez would be a good one.
And he also looks like he wouldn't care either. He'd just slag everyone off. Like, he wouldn't be bothered about the fact that the camera's following him.
You'd use it as a chance to have another dig at Gary Neville. If you did more things off his chest about Gary Neville, and rightly so.
That's what's annoying, though, isn't it? I think if Louis Theroux now, or like a documentary was making a documentary, it probably would be Neville that to go and speak to. He's like that kind of, that's the way we live in now, like Gary Neville's like the football man. And like you've got so many other people knocking him out. Even like, you know, someone like thinking about those like Mavericks, like the Canio, would you know, like absolute waters would just be so much better. Even now when like they're in the 60s or something, and he's just sitting there chatting, but he's going, oh yeah, when I was playing in Lazio, this, I was thinking, what?
Gravison.
Yeah.
Gravison would be in that one.
Yeah. Everyone who ever talks about Gravison just says he was boss but mental, don't he?
Yeah. Was it sort of like I seen something on like the internet the other day about like was it Ronaldo R9 says something like he was like he can't believe he decided he was the worst player ever, something was that like something?
Yeah, Ronaldo. I've seen that online as well.
The other one, like I said, just thinking back to that Colombia, because I mean there was that Higuita. He had some mad story where like they said about him, he was friends with like the car, like I don't know if he's Escobar's mate, but something happened and like he kidnapped someone. And he went in to like mediate, like what you call it, the like ransom or whatever. So like basically, he got the person on, like he got the person back who'd been kidnapped, and then he just put him in jail. And he went to jail for like 5 years or something, and then like came back and played footy. So like I think when he does that scorpion kick against England, that's after he's been in jail for years. It's something to do with that. I did read it. It was last summer. I read the book, and like I can't remember. It's something mad where like. Because he was like bargaining with the criminals, they ended up doing him, and he went to jail for like a couple of years, which I can imagine the jails in Colombia. That must be pretty rough. And then I'm sure, because I think when he does that scorpion kick, that's about 98, 96, 97-ish.
Yeah. Well, it's Jamie Redknapp, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's the thing, when he was in prison, he didn't even have the scorpion kick story to like cash in on, did he?
Well, he made a mistake in, was it 94 or 90? He dribbling on the halfway line and loses it for Colombia. Let's see if we got it here.
Was it Colombia, Tosh? Remember that when that lad got shot? Was that Colombia?
Yeah, it's also called Escobar.
Oh.
And suppose Alan Hansen said something like he scored an own goal, didn't he?
Yeah.
Alan Hansen suppose he said something like he should be shot for that. I don't know if that's actually true.
It is.
Yeah. He says here, so Higuita was imprisoned in 1993 after getting involved in a kidnapping, acting as a go-between for the drug barons Escobar and Molina. He was largely responsible for securing the release of Molina's daughter by delivering the ransom money. He received 64 grand for his services, which breaks Colombian laws as an offence to profit from a kidnapping. He was incarcerated before being released without charge.
And he was a footballer at the time?
Yes, he then played in the 94 World Cup.
Yeah.
So he was only in jail for less than a year, to be fair. I thought it was longer.
Yeah, but still. That still will be a good story to tell. Like,
there's one, as I say, like when I think 94 is when Escobar scored the own goal, and he go, I think 90. I think he does. They go. Roger Miller scores, and he's like dribbling on like 50 yards out. They agree to, and he loses the ball, and Miller scores, and I think they go out on the back of that as well. But yeah, enough Colombia stories.
No, yeah. Again, yeah, that's what we need. Remember your I was watching old clips today. Cal, do you remember your playing out idea?
Idea.
That all you need is that to get made, and then we can get Tosh as the historian.
Spin-offs.
Doing all these world documentaries about these international players.
You should get your camera show and get film Callum doing that documentary.
What, just playing out by ears?
Just have it. Me knocking for Cal. Oh, you get a plane somewhere.
Do you know what? Like, I know obviously big dreams and all that, but how good would it be to make that?
Oh, well,
I remember listening to that when obviously as you were saying it, just going, that's the best idea I've ever heard. It's like I can't believe no one's made it yet.
It's down to us, sure. It's good if no one listens to this podcast, otherwise someone would have made it. Maybe our mate Eson 100 or whatever he's called is going to make it. From the chat.
You'll be all asleep when you were talking. But yeah, let's manifest, when we make it big, when I turn into SO Tiki Toki, it's first thing I'm doing with that money, mate.
Hey, be the executive producer. We can make playing out.
Yeah, let's do it. Right, go on. We'll leave it there, lads. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you again for anyone listening. If you're on stream, thanks for giving us some support. Please like, share, do all the usual jazz. Yeah, thanks to Tosh and thanks to Callum.
Nice one.
Thank you.
And yeah, see you soon. Until next time, it's been a blast. I'll just stop it recording. Max, you don't know what you do, right? You just have to leave, lads.
Well, that's uploaded off we leave.
Yeah, I think if we just leave, because it's still recording, but because Max is in charge, I can't turn it off. I don't think, because Max is the host. So
yeah, it's definitely, and it'll be saved.
Yeah, 100%. Because it's still recording now. If we just leave it and then obviously wait until it says it's uploaded. But yeah, because currently if anyone is on the stream, which I doubt it, I'd be very surprised if they were. They're getting their inside scoops here. So, and we also know when the cameras are off, the Tosh can get a little bit tasty with his language.
Yeah, so they'll give him anything for free.
We'll have this on the Patreon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll leave it there, lads. Nice one.
Nice one.
Nice one.
Thanks. See you later. See you in a bit. Bye.